kids, and welcome to the Domestic Disturbance Podcast. 3 comics, 3 opinions, 1 shit show. Featuring Mike Keegan.
Are you just going to talk over me the whole time? Is that what you're going to do? All right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Thank you very much.
Carla Oakerson.
I tolerate you. I think I tolerate you very well.
Tolerate me at all.
I tolerate you. Believe that. I certainly tolerate all your horse shit. Look at me, I'm being tolerant right now. Look how tolerant. I'm tolerating it.
And Tim Saliani.
See, Bill Clinton suicides people. What's the name of my high school band?
Be sure and stop by the Domestic Disturbance Podcast Facebook page to check out any new shows, upcoming events, or to leave us some hate mail. Music from our podcast is from the hardcore band Bore. You should check them out on Spotify and Bandcamp, where you can put a little something in the hat for them and purchase their music like good little consumers. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the arguments.
We're live. Hey, how are you? I'm sharing, so give me 1 second. That snuck up on me like a... I don't know.
I do that.
Hello, guys. Good evening. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Domestic Disturbance Podcast. We love you guys for listening. As soon as you tune in, do us a favor, like this, and share the shit out of it. Very simple. It takes 1 second.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, smash the like button, and then you could listen to us argue with each other for an hour. It's free to share. It's free to like it. Just share it as much as you can and tell your friends to share it so that we can monetize this and quit our jobs.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. So that we have to deal with each other 100% of the time.
Oh, man, if we went full time, the show would last 2 weeks.
Oh man, I would look forward to the fucking Dustin Diamond style memoir that would be written.
I would just have a handler talk to you guys. I'd be like, talk to my person. Have my people talk to your people. I'm not dealing with you too.
Oh, I hope you end up like Wendy Williams.
Me too.
Did you pick that background, Tim? Because it looks like what had been Screech Power's high school yearbook background.
I didn't, but now that you mention it, it does look like I'm sitting at a corno table at the Max.
In honor of the great Dustin Diamond.
Yes.
Really? What was great about him?
You know, there's a guy that dealt with a lot of shit in his life.
Like what?
Like, A, never feeling like he was actually part of the group. B, never feeling like, anybody ever took him seriously in life.
And then you go home and you rely on your parents, and then they screw you out of all your money.
Yep.
Guy had a shitty life.
What do his parents have? Did he have a shitty life? I mean, don't we all kind of have shitty lives that we have to boo-hoo that he was on? He was somewhat famous for being nerdy.
He dealt with a shitty set of circumstances poorly. We'll go with that.
What was his shitty set of circumstances?
We just got done fucking listing them.
I don't, because he felt like he didn't fit in. Who feels like they fit in?
I feel like I fit in.
Okay, I've never felt like I fit in, but you know what? I'm muscle through it.
Wow, you fit in everywhere.
I mean, I saw the end of Revenge of the Nerds growing up, and I was like, you know what? I do fit in.
I don't see what the so Urkel seemed to have done all right for himself. You know, you play a character and that's it. He could have straightened his hair. He could have done a lot of different things.
Poor guy had Roger Paul as his manager.
Did he?
Enough. Yeah, Screech. It was funny, like all the press releases were Roger Paul, release a statement from the family from his manager, Roger Paul. I'm like, Roger Paul used to lurk around Broadway Comedy Club looking for bringers.
I like Roger Paul. I think he's nice.
Nice guy, a bit of a phony, from what I...
What? A manager is a bit of a phony?
I feel like you do have to be that way. Yeah.
Hell surprise!
Take off the fedora. You're not a 1955 manager.
I'm going to tell Jeff Bosey you said that.
I would rather have Jeff Bosey as my manager.
Oh, man. Is he like, what the fuck was that? Stuck on You? where the manager from Stuck on You, and he gets his name on his own door.
Nah, I'm joking. Roger was always very nice to me. I've gotten a couple gigs from him and stuff, but it's fun to make fun of people. I don't know.
I like that his company's called RPM. I think that actually worked out well for him. Roger Paul Management, RPM.
Yep.
Sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, that's not bad. It fits nicely on the front of a door. Yeah, I mean, again, this guy, there's no in between with him. Like I guess some people are ambivalent, but like you either liked this guy and were like, or you fucking hated his guts.
Yeah, I never worked with him. I never met him, but literally 50% of my friends that have said he's a douchebag, and the other 50% said he was the sweetest guy.
I never heard anything good about him until he died. And I never met him. I didn't have a personal opinion. I just don't, it seemed like he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Sure.
And that got him into trouble. So he really should have, worked that out for himself at some point.
Did you see him on the, was it Celebrity Fit Club? The last episode?
No.
Oh, God. He was like, whatever the main trainer is, like Dustin Diamond didn't take any of his advice, but he still lost 30 pounds, like doing his own diet. And like the main trainer's like, you're not making yourself healthy. You're just starving yourself. That's not a diet. And he's like, why don't you follow my directions? And then Dustin Diamond was just like, because I don't want to be a walking infomercial for your book. And then just started shitting on everybody in the room. Like he, who was it? DeBrat was on it, and he did like impressions of DeBrat, like talking about her. And one of the other guys, he was making fun of the guy's daughter, and he was just such an unlikable douchebag.
But like, isn't that the whole point? Like, if you don't want to do whatever they're asking you to do on Celebrity Fit Club, then don't fucking go on it. Like,
you know what though? I respect that though. I respect that.
You respect, fucking up somebody's entire project just because you want to be a douchebag?
I respect the calling out of that level of bullshitness. Okay. So like he knew what he signed up for. And I'm sure he would have been the first one to be like, listen, I'm here for a fucking paycheck. All right.
Yeah.
And a little bit of relevance, Jesus. But there's no fucking way that like, you can't respect a guy for being like, you know what? Like I'm trying to do it my way. Like, yes, you have your thing going on, but I'm good.
Yeah. Then don't come on the show. Period. End of sentence.
He came on so likable.
Yeah. But to earn a paycheck, you got to do what they ask you to do.
But he made that episode so watchable and memorable. Like I don't give a shit about anything else. But when I see him just acting like a jerk off on the show and calling people out who I don't particularly care for anyway, it was fun.
Yeah, like that's the only episode of that you're going to remember. It's like fucking Celebrity Rehab. You're only going to remember Vern Troyer going like that's all you're gonna remember from that fucking show. But the fact that half the cast
played like the classic like Andy Kaufman when he was in wrestling. He played like that character, like one of the other competitors like threatened him, and he's like, if you come closer, I'm calling my lawyer. I'm gonna call my lawyer. They're gonna hear from my lawyer. And he just played that like unlikable jerk off kind of guy,
right?
Which some people did say he was in real life. But I have my buddy Brian Bowden. He's a comic from Rhode Island. And he did 2 full weeks with Dustin Diamond,
right.
And said, listen, I didn't see that at all. I saw a cool guy who opened himself up to me and talked about how shitty his life was. And we bonded. And he even talked to me about Saved by the Bell and stuff. And my friend Brian had a Saved by the Bell podcast. Like he loved it. But
there's a Saved by the Bell podcast.
My friend had
several.
Oh, that's awesome.
My friend Brian had one briefly. And Brian Bowden also one of the funniest guys I know on the planet. He's fucking one of the best comics. And but he did like 2 full weeks with Dustin Diamond. Said he was a great guy.
I saw some of that today.
Yeah. And I saw he was a jerk off who made one of his opening act's mothers pay $25 for an autographed t-shirt,
Yeah, sounds like a great guy.
Wow.
Exactly. There's mixed opinions about him. I don't have my own. I just know from what I see. And I'm like, you know what? I probably wouldn't like this guy if I met him, but he's interesting.
I don't know whether I would have got along with him or not, but I do respect the fact that he just didn't care. And there was a guy that's just broken. He's broken, And again, I agree with you, Carlo. Like, everybody has their shit. We all are broken in some way. But there's a guy who really fucking was broken and then did it poorly. Like,
he did it poorly because he had the means to kind of improve himself and improve his image, because he everyone knows who he is. He could put himself in the spotlight and be a good dude and not portray himself like a complete jerk off. But he didn't do that. But also, you know what? The guy is, he deals with his stuff his own way, and it wasn't, I guess he just decided the correct way would be stab some guy at a bar in Colorado.
Now, am I the only one who thought that he was already dead?
Yeah.
No, I saw that. I saw people legitimately saying, I thought he died in jail.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought I read that he got stabbed in jail. And
we had this argument.
Yeah, and then when you told me like he got stage 4 lung cancer, I was like, he's been dead for like 3 years.
Yeah. Well, Mike is the one that originally brought up. Well, this was brought up like a month or two ago, right?
3 weeks.
Diagnosis,
yeah.
And then you had said that, and me and Mike were both like, the guy's fucking still alive. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But not anymore.
Wow.
I think it's kind of, I don't know if anybody watched any of the new Saved by the Bell thing that's on the Peacock network.
No, I haven't watched that.
Watched a couple episodes because it's cool to, for nostalgia, and they're all on it, and he's the only one that's not on it. And you know what? He's kind of a jerk off, and they all probably hate him. But what's Saved by the Bell without Screech? And he said the same shit.
Yeah, I mean,
they didn't invite him back on.
He did write that tell-all book that was made into a fucking like mini series.
Yeah.
What was in the book that we didn't know about?
Just tortured on the set, and everybody was an asshole to him, and this person was sleeping with this person, and this person, whatever.
So essentially, everything we already could have assumed.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, Lark Voorhees would spit in his lunch every day. I could see that.
What up, really? Is that real?
But shit like that. He and then he did that whole thing where he did a porno, but then he went on Oprah and said he shot it, but it was a body double that not him.
He stunt cocked it. That's what he said.
He fought Horseshack.
See, that is when you knew that was a angry, broken guy.
Yeah, when he beat the fuck out of Horseshack, who was gonna die 3 weeks later anyway.
That rubber hose did not just go up the nose; it went right out the back of the ass and then hung him.
He beat the shit out of a 90% dead Ron Palillo. That was fucking. And then he was supposed to fight the Bagel Boss guy.
Oh, what happened to that? I didn't know that was a thing.
Bagel Boss guy bailed on the fight.
And what happened to him?
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody involved with that fight, it's not going well. Right? Like Lenny Dykstra.
Yeah, exactly.
Was Mike Dillon the Don King of that fight?
Only in Patchogue. Oh my god.
Where's the fight, at the MGM? No, the Clarion. Have you ever?
It's in the basement of the Clarion.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, Godspeed, Screech.
Yeah, it's still a part of my childhood. I loved him when I was 12, and I'll remember him that way. Let's do that.
Let's do that. You're having a hard time compartmentalizing your hurt, Mike.
Yeah, I didn't think this was really going to touch your heart. I didn't realize you were so affected.
Saved by the Bell was my thing. I've seen every episode 47 times.
Haley Mills, first person Mike jerked off to.
Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Miss Bliss. I'm not even pubescent yet.
It was originally a Disney Channel show. I think it was called like Hello, Good Morning, Miss Bliss, or Hello, Miss Bliss.
Morning, Miss.
Yeah.
I feel like Mike's knowledge, Saved by the Bell knowledge, is more vast than anybody that I think we know.
Probably.
I have that feeling.
It was originally not even set in California. It was set in Michigan.
That would have been way better.
Yeah, I think so.
That would have been way better.
Why?
The fucking accent alone. You shitting me? Dude, I don't care.
I could not tell you what a Michigan accent sounds like.
Kapowski with a Midwestern accent. Come on.
It would have been amazing. Every scene would have been like the guy sweeping his driveway in Fargo. So Screech comes over to teach me math the other day, and I says to him, ridiculous.
No idea.
Is Dennis Haskins still alive?
What's that?
Is Dennis Haskins still alive?
He is, dude. I hung out with this was like 10 years ago, but I hung out with him.
If this turns into a I did blow a Dennis Haskins story, I'm gonna be very mad.
We did not do blow. We drank a lot though. He was doing some student union at Hofstra hired him to do a bar crawl at all the Hofstra bars, and
why?
I guess it was just cool to hang out with Dennis
not?
Haskins. My cousin was like a head of the student union at Eastern Connecticut University, and they hired a lot of these colleges hired Dennis Haskins to like go on these bar crawls. So
well, why? Like who?
Yeah, hanging out with Mr. Belding. I'm friggin' getting drunk with Mr. Belding. Yeah, and you could tell he was like broken. He didn't want to be there. He was probably getting paid in drink tickets, but yeah. But he was such a cool guy. We followed him around to every single bar, and I hung out I drank every drink that night with him, and it was pretty cool.
That is.
He was a broken man. You could tell he was so miserable. He didn't want to be there. He played the best he could. I guess he played it up, but then after that, he ended up getting a brief stint on. Ray Romano had a show called Men of a Certain Age.
Yes,
and he had a brief stint on there, and I haven't seen him since. I don't even think he's on the new Saved by the Bell, but
he wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but he is still alive. I don't think AC Slater would have fared well in Michigan, though. They've never seen one of those Mexicans. Right?
I was just gonna say he's not militia material.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah. But
this isn't Flint. I don't know where you think this is. Try the water.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
Why is Slater's water always brown?
He drinks a lot of tea. No. Notice his hair is falling out.
Now, Tim, are you drinking coffee or is that an alcoholic beverage?
Oh, I'm drinking tea. Yeah, I'm trying not to drink so much. So yeah. I'm kind of cutting back on drinking and eating like shit and all that stuff.
Yeah. Plus today with the shoveling, I'm sure tea is a helpful tool. I'm sure you were outside all day.
It's cold. I don't know if you know, it's cold in the studio. But before we got on the air, I started to hear what sounded like was the most amazing argument over nothing that I've heard in quite some time. So I definitely want to hear the Mike comes over to shovel for Carla and doesn't live life right story.
Well, so the argument starts on Sunday. That's where we have to go back to Sunday. I had a friend over, her daughter and my daughter had a play date. We're here chatting it up, right? For some reason, Mike wants to be in like the chicks business. Like we're here being two chicks at a play date, and Mike's like, he doesn't leave at any point in time. He doesn't let us just be chicks. He wants to be in the business.
Right? All right. Well, so I feel less welcome now. Jesus Christ.
But we're just like, we're bullshitting, and Mike, like for some reason, starts like saying something about him shoveling. Like he starts but we're having a different conversation. And then he's like, starts saying that he's going to shovel and like he always does. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Don't want me there.
No, I would say, but we're just having like chick conversations. And you were sitting on the couch doing TV things. And then all of a sudden you jump into our chick conversation.
TV things, by the way, is not watching TV like Carla wants you to think. I was setting up a universal remote on one of her TVs. I was setting up a Fire Stick in her bedroom. Like I was doing work.
We're doing chick things.
It's also never good enough for her.
What? Who's saying we're having a chick conversation? You jump in to like for some reason like puff your chest up like you do all the shoveling in my house, but you don't.
First, let's address the first.
It was about to snow, and I said, "Listen, when I'm done with my house, I'll come over and help here." That's all I said.
The first thing is saying he's doing TV things really makes it sound like he's just lounged on your couch. Like
no, that would be watching
like the guy in Half Baked
doing TV things.
downplaying the.
No, I'm not downplaying anything. If I didn't say you were watching TV, I said you're doing TV things. You're doing things with the TV.
Say he was helping me. He was helping me while I was with my company over. He was helping me set some things up with the TV instead of saying, "Oh, he was doing some jerk off things on the TV."
Like, but I didn't say anything like that.
You might as well have.
But I didn't.
You might as well have, though.
But I didn't. I didn't say anything like that. If that's how you want to take it, which is like how no one else would take it, but okay.
I guarantee you that's how everybody takes it.
I don't think so. But okay.
But then me saying it's about to snow. When it snows, I'm gonna do my house, and then I'm gonna come over and help you with your house. Like that's an innocent suggestion.
And I said it's gonna snow all day. No, you won't. And you were like, I always do. And I'm like, you literally never have ever. Never
have I. I never did. Is that not how I met Grandpa John outside of your house while I was shoveling your car out so you can get to work and Juliana can get to school? Is that not one of the last snows?
I don't believe so.
First time I met him, I was outside shoveling your snow.
Okay. Well, anyway, so he says he's going to do that. And then yesterday, obviously, it was really bad. And he said he was going, the roads clear. He said, when the roads clear, I'm going to go there. I'm like, the roads are not clearing today. So just stop.
So chill. Not just stop. I wasn't doing my house. I was buried in my house. I'm obviously not going to make it over there. So chill. Just chill.
Yeah,
You're not.
So today,
you haven't left your house.
We've already been out there 2 hours. Right. He's like, yeah, when I dig out my car, I'm going to dig out my car now. And then I'm heading over there. I'm like, we're almost done. Like who waits until 5 o'clock the day before, the night before to
first of all,
get this shit done.
5 o'clock. I started digging my house at 11:30. I have an entire house to dig out. I have 3 cars to dig out. I help my neighbors a little bit. By 2 o'clock, 2:30, that's when I'm done doing my stuff. And then I'm going to jump in the shower and I'm going to come to your house.
Okay, but we had already finished because we started doing our stuff at 12.
Hold on.
Well,
we how was that? At 2 for some hot chocolate, and then we jumped back in.
To come over and get ridiculed all night long. Oh, here's Mr. I say I'm going to help, but I don't. No, I say I'm going to help when the roads are okay and I dig myself out and I can get to your house. And that's exactly what I did. As soon as I was dug out, I came right over to your house. I brought you Starbucks like a little bitch. And I get
then
treated.
Don't bring me Starbucks if you're going to talk about it like that. Like I didn't ask you for Starbucks. I didn't ask you to come help shovel. Like what's the problem? What are you
and then you just treat me like shit all night.
Nobody treated you like shit at all. Like
this,
every 5 minutes, somebody wasn't saying, "Oh, here's Mr. I help. I'm gonna come help with the snow."
By the way, Plagano said I definitely took that as Mike fucking the TV.
Exactly. See, 100%. And that's one of the smartest people I know, Andrew Plagano's.
I mean, if I call and I say, "What are you guys up to?" and you say, "Oh, Mike's standing out in the front yard," I could just assume he's painting.
It sounds like I'm standing out there waving my dick at the neighbor.
I literally don't get it, but okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's
that's to get ridiculed all night when I'm trying to be helpful and I'm trying to do the right thing. It kind of sucks. Kind of makes you feel like shit.
But like what? Like ridiculed all night? You can't like fucking take a joke? Then don't fucking come over. Like all of a sudden now you're fucking sensitive. This is not the right place for you if you're sensitive.
Not all of a sudden. And you're being
all right. This is not the right place for you.
Over and over and over and over again.
All right. All right.
Some truth.
Okay.
Did the driveway get shoveled?
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, of course, Carla did it because when I told her that I'm coming over to do it, she's like, "Oh, let me get out there so I could do it and make him look like a douchebag." Like a lying douchebag, and then ridicule him all night. When I buy dinner for the family and bring over Starbucks and try to shovel out.
Doing it for 2 hours, like I'm not sure what you're complaining about. I didn't have any guarantee that you were going to actually show up.
Me saying that I'm going to show up and
okay, but you said you still had to do your entire house. This whole time you're saying you had your whole house and 3 cars to dig out, but I'm supposed to trust that you're going to get that all done in time to come over here and then do it.
Did I?
Literally would never have had enough time.
Did I say I was going to, and did I come over? Yes and yes.
You wouldn't have had enough time by the time you got
here. I would have had enough time.
Would not have.
This is not how I intended this to, or expected this
to go. The person who has the worst concept of time on the planet is not telling me that I wouldn't have had enough time.
Okay, like this isn't going how you thought it would go when you literally brought it up, told us to stop talking about it so that we could talk about it on the air, and then proceeded to bring it up so we could talk about it on the air, Tim?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't expect it to go into such like anger because when it started off, when the conversation started off, it was cheeky and you guys were just fucking with each other. And it wasn't
because Mike gets on here and he likes to just like play a victim, and I'm so fucking tired of it. It makes doing this podcast such a chore.
Oh, calm down.
Because it's like Mike gets on here and he's like, Carla's mean to me. Carla's so evil. Carla's mean to me. Carla's mean to me. Carla's mean to me. Like, all right. Like, shut the fuck up about it already. If you don't like it, then fucking go. And if you do, then fucking stay. Enough. Stop bitching about me all the time. It's fucking exhausting.
Jesus Christ, Carla. Take a sip of whatever you're drinking there. Oh, my goodness. Let's talk about Screech again. Carla didn't have a meltdown. I'm the one who's treated like shit, and Carla's having the meltdown.
And here we go again. Everybody's so mean to Mike. Carla is so bad, and Mike is so good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad we all can admit that now.
Now
we can move.
Carla is so bad. Mike is so good. There you go.
Well, that whole your whole interaction reminded me of a story that I read that I thought was pretty fucked up.
I thought you were gonna say an episode of Saved by the Bell. When they had to clean the oil off the duck.
They had to clean the oil off the duck.
So what were you saying, Tim? What did it remind you of?
The headline that I browsed by this past week reminded me of you two, and I'll you can see why. Confused, jealous wife stabs husband after seeing her younger self in old photos. The miscommunication between you two is so terrible. I could see shit like that going down. Stabbed him. A woman stabbed her husband several times after thinking she found photos of him with a younger woman. It turns out... It turns out that she herself was the other woman in the photo.
See, I would look at that headline and be like, yep, I get it. Yep. Next.
Okay, so I want to play a guessing game. That level of anger, who do you think it comes out of?
Not Carla, because she's always very nice to everybody.
I mean, sure. I just witnessed it. I really wanted to know your goddamn thoughts, Carla. So let's hear it.
No, let Mike have it. Go ahead, Mike. It's all you, please. God forbid I say something that hurts your
feelings. Do it by now. I think you would have
Go ahead, my hothouse orchid. Do it.
I already said what I had to feel about it. Mm-hmm. I think it would make more entertainment coming from you.
No, I want to know how you feel about this. I want you to really expound upon your feelings so that
I don't know. How do you want me to feel so I won't get
heard and understood? I don't want you to feel like anyone's mocking you or shaming you or bringing up shoveling or anything.
Now Carla becomes condescending to make me to try to emasculate me. She becomes condescending and calls me a little flower, and it's just what she does. So I know I'd like to hear what you have to say, Carla.
I don't care.
Okay.
I like the fact that I try to ignore the blowout in this car, and I rode on rim for a good mile. I should have just pulled the car over.
Just change the lug nuts and.
Oh, so this happened in Sonora, Mexico. I'm still riding on rim right now, by the way. That's fine.
So she was Hispanic?
They were in fact from Mexico. Yes.
We feel things very deeply.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's we?
Hispanics.
Mexicans.
I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say Mexicans.
No,
you're not Mexican.
Deeply.
You make fun of Mexicans.
I don't make fun of Mexicans. I love Mexicans. I love tacos.
Carla gonna be real life mad at me after this? I thought it was
just annoying. Like, enough.
Oh, God damn it!
I should. Juliana called me annoying today. I'm like, how bad do I have to be to annoy a 5-year-old?
Exactly. Get your life together, Mike. Get your life together.
Well, all right.
Oh, can we tell the axe story?
Oh, I did share it on Facebook already, but in case
That's what I figured.
you guys aren't friends.
Talk about it.
All right, what do you got?
So we have homeschool today, right? Which is very taxing on all involved.
And our viewers have seen adorable, cute little golden-haired, golden-eyed Juliana.
Yeah. So she's sitting at the table, and I'm sitting on the couch because I have to stay next to her. She like wanders away and goes and grabs toys. And I hear the teacher, and she's like, "Today we're gonna read country ABCs. On Friday we read city ABCs, and you guys did such a great job." And blah blah blah. So she's like, so they start reading the book. Like, A is for axe. Pause, guys. I think that axe is probably a new vocabulary word for you guys. Does anybody know what an axe is or what an axe does? And a kid like raises his hand. She goes, "Okay, I see you. What do you think?" And he's like, "It's for chopping." And she's like, "That's right." And then I hear her go, "Juliana, I see your hand too. Do you know what an axe is for?" She goes, "It's for when someone's trying to murder you."
Oh boy.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Yeah.
So,
until you end up Lizzie Borden's parents. Have fun with that.
It's terrifyingly hilarious.
It's for when someone's trying to murder you. And I'm like, that's correct. That's correct.
She hangs around her mom too much.
Her answer is way better than that first one.
100%.
Yeah, that first little pussy.
For chopping. Dummy.
Remind me of, you probably saw Case 39, right, Tim?
Yes. Yeah.
That sort of reminded me of, I was telling Carla, like, you gotta watch this movie. But
she really is like the boys have a penis, girls have a vagina kid from
yeah, right, exactly. It's so funny because it's adorable coming from her, and the teacher's like, "Oh my God, Juliana has her hand raised. She's gonna say something awesome."
Yeah, exactly. Like
like everything, and it's not just because I love her and because I'm so partial towards her. It's just I know when she raises her hand in class, something adorable and awesome is gonna come out.
You know what else is really interesting? Her teacher keeps saying she likes her accent, but she just has a speech impediment. Understand why she calls it an accent? Like she said, like she makes her R's like W's, like Elmer Fudd. So she's like, "That's adorable."
Stutter. You from Arizona?
She says like, "That's adorable," or she says "wabbits."
Wabbits.
And he's like, she does have like sometimes it like a super Long Island accent shoots out of her, or like a super like it's like a mixture because like she used to watch Peppa Pig a lot, so I would notice like it's Long Island and England.
Yeah, she's a little British. She could be a little British. Like she asks if we can go on holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my.
And I, like to have people think that we're worldly and we travel a lot, not just that she was raised by Mommy and Daddy Pig, watching TV, but she.
Well, I mean, to be fair, holiday is actually traveling, whereas vacation is I rented a room out in Montauk for the weekend.
Can we go on holiday?
We got a house in Fire Island. Do you guys?
We vacation. We do a shanty in Lake George.
Yeah, she's pretty excited to have tea
swanky.
all the time, and
it's nice up there.
Yeah, I love
nice
Lake
up there. That's right. You go up there a lot.
She likes to watch the telly.
Yeah.
The telly. Good God. That's where she picked up the fucking "I murdered my parents with an axe" thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely done.
And she always calls me a fag, so I'm pretty sure she means a fag.
She just wants you to smoke more. Really? Because when you're not here, she calls you a wanker.
Where did this cigarette go?
Mommy, where's the cigarette that you hang out with all the time?
Mommy, when's that wanker coming over?
Oh my God.
Wanker.
That reminds me. Mike, have you watched Ted Lasso?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, you have to watch Ted Lasso. Yeah. It's on Apple TV, I guess. Oh, it's so fucking good. Sudeikis is amazing.
Jason Sudeikis is one of my favorite people on the planet.
He is. I think he was born for this role. He's so fucking
really?
good.
That's
so good. I highly recommend it. what the hell were we saying? So she's an Anglophile.
Yes. She enjoys tea. She enjoys HP sauce. She likes scone.
Yep.
She likes scone.
She loves scones, and she likes crumpets. I get those from Trader Joe's. She loves them.
I feel
they're like weird English muffins, but they're Englisher than English muffins.
They're Englisher than English muffins. You can tell by the fact that the teeth are all over the place. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's very English. She has very weak teeth. She has cavities.
Yeah. Maybe that's why she had those cavity issues, and we always have to fight with her to brush her teeth.
Yeah.
It's just all toffee all day long. Oh my God. There was
lollies. She called them ice lollies. Do you remember she was calling them ice lollies for a while? Popsicles?
Yeah. Ice lollies.
Ice lollies.
Like, what the f- is an ice lolly?
Yeah, she's like, I want an ice lolly. I was like, I don't know what that is. What is that?
Oh my God. What, no Italian ice? Come on.
Nope, just ice lollies.
Ice lollies all the way.
Bastards.
Oh, man.
Fucking really watering it down. The other, because I tried scouring stories we might be able to discuss this week. That was one of them that went nowhere. I don't know why this made me laugh. Maybe because of its awfulness and its typicalness. But this headline made me laugh. Was police seize firearms from Black men at Virginia rally for gun rights.
Yup. Sounds about right. Oh my God.
It's fucking ridiculous. Carla comments.
I think that just says it all. I mean, there's really we can't go any further with that.
Me and Carla are saying, yep, exactly, for two totally different reasons.
You know what I thought? What I thought we would talk about today, just like to make it a little more serious, is that 9-year-old girl that was arrested and pepper sprayed in New York. Did anybody else read about that?
I heard about it. I didn't know it was in New York.
Oh, it was like in Rochester. It was like upstate somewhere.
It was Rochester. She was resisting.
She was resisting.
And she's having a temper tantrum. She's having a full-on temper tantrum, and they're like, "You're acting like a child." And she's like, "I am a child."
Was it all? But was she cute enough to be all in like an English accent?
No, she didn't have an English accent. But I do think that it's sad that I think that happens to little Black girls more often than it happens to little white girls. Like they're expected to be adults, and they're sexualized as adults, and they're expected to act like adults even though they're children.
People sexualize little white girls as adults. John Benet Ramsey, she had a worse outcome than that kid too.
I mean, no kid should have either, but yes.
No kid definitely should have either. Her brother did it, right? John Benet
100%.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Didn't they just do another Jean Benet thing? Didn't it just like
it was like a couple of years ago? I've never watched any of them.
Really? You watched
two
Wendy Williams movies?
Both parents died, right?
Yeah, they're all dead. Brothers. The
brother too?
I know the parents are both dead.
Brother's still alive, I think.
Yeah. Family just got what they deserved. Not John Benet, but the rest of them.
Jesus, now really hard on that 6-year-old.
I thought you were gonna say the DeFeos. Like what?
That little beauty queen. Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, yeah, it's a really
you shouldn't pepper spray a 9-year-old kid. No,
you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to.
I'll say that.
But isn't that where you kind of want to send in a therapist or a social worker or a crisis counselor rather than two fucking idiot cops who are going to pepper spray a child?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I agree with you. I don't agree with how you said it, but I agree with the notion that, like, we're sending police to do everything in our communities. Everything. I don't know whether that's because of bloated police budgets, and they are. And I'm not saying take money away from police officers. Those, it's a fucking, I know you don't like them, but it's a hard job. It's not easy dealing with the fucking public every day, especially a public that either doesn't trust you, for reasons, sure, or a public that just it's always on the negative most of the time. It's not easy.
Well, I mean, it's a reputation that's been earned. It's a reputation that's been earned. No one ever said fuck the fire department.
It's the fire department. They're not there to enforce the law.
I know plenty of people that say fuck the fire department.
Oh, I never heard anybody say fuck the fire department. Who? Why? Why do they say fuck the fire department? What the fuck do they do?
Even me. Nobody. I love and support police to the core of my being. Yeah. But when I get pulled over on the parkway, I'm like, fuck this piece of shit. And I'm like, I'm apprehensive, and it's
there. Again, you have to exude some level of authority being a police officer, but you also have to approach most situations with empathy and with an open mind, so you know everything that's going on around you. But here's the thing: we do expect them to do far too goddamn much in our society, and they shouldn't be tasked to do it. They should be
because they don't know how to do it. They're not trained to do it.
Right.
But they shouldn't be.
They fuck it up.
Have to know how to do that.
Right.
Right. They shouldn't be placed in a situation where they should have to know how to do it.
Which is why there should be somebody, like if you call 911, there should be somewhere that they get directed to, or there's someone that they can tap and say, hey, we're going out on this call. We need, XYZ services to meet us there.
And I think we're on the way to doing that.
Yes, we are. We absolutely are on the way to doing that. Yeah. I mean, you'll see more community officers, right? Cope officers, like more of that stuff, more outreach into the community and getting to know people, and you see it all over, and that's the way it should be going. We should not be tasking these people to go and handle our every fucking societal ill. We just shouldn't. They can't do it. I don't blame them.
I think they've done a pretty, or I should say they're well on their way to doing a good job with that in Hempstead. The Hempstead Police Department, they've actively tried to hire officers who live in Hempstead, so they are part of the community, and they just kind of have a better understanding of what's going on there.
And really, that's how it should be. You should know the neighborhood that you work in that type of situation. I know it's not always optimal, but there should be a certain percentage that where you try to hire in neighborhood, because everybody knows their own community, and that's the way it should be. And then you start to care a little bit more. Like, people that go and work in, the South Bronx that live out here in Suffolk, they don't give a fuck about the South Bronx.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And you're starting rookie police officers in the South Bronx and East New York, and so
they get the shit detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, so it's terrible. It's terrible that a 9-year-old got pepper sprayed. That is absolutely abhorrent.
And cuffed behind her back.
Yeah, that is completely unnecessary.
I mean, there's also a huge aspect of bad parenting there.
Sure. Well, that is absolutely, and again,
or parenting.
Yeah. But again, that's where it, goes back to, the cops shouldn't have to, deal with every little situation like that. Yeah. You shouldn't.
When Isabella used to misbehave, we used to say that we were calling the police and telling them to take her away to the bad girls' jail, but we never actually did.
My mom used to tell me that she was taking me to Freddy Krueger's house and I'd have to sleep on a bed of nails.
Freddy Krueger used to rape kids.
Yeah, I think that's what she was getting at. There was this abandoned house, and I used to live in Levittown. It used to be this abandoned house in Levittown. And when I was bad, she would drive me to that house and say she was going to let me out. And she said Freddy Krueger lives there, and he's going to make me sleep on a bed of nails if I don't stop acting up. And that explains a lot of who I am today.
Honestly, Barbie used to just beat the shit out of me. That was it.
And my mom used to just beat me too.
Like a normal American
mom. Exactly.
My mom just kept it in house. Yeah, she used to just beat me. There was no needing to call
need me in the balls once.
Huh?
Barb need me in the balls once.
I bet you deserved it though.
I 100% deserved it. I'm not sure what I did, but it was amazing. She threw a right and I caught her hand. She threw a left and I caught her hand, and then that left me exposed.
Yeah. Were you kind of big at the time?
I was big. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you kind of like older, like a teenager?
I think I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
You see that Long Island medium. Were you big? It was fucking Tim. Of course he was big.
Yeah, I was large, but she dropped me. I mean, and that shit, oof, you won't forget that. But that's normal. Unlike, driving your kid by an abandoned house and saying, yeah, a child rapist murderer is going to torture you in that house if you don't
exactly.
fucking
If you don't eat your
vegetables."
carrots. Eat your carrots, you little son of a bitch.
Which is why I like celery and carrots to this day.
Is that what it is?
I made a beautiful vegetable soup yesterday, and Carla declined it because there's carrots in it.
You don't like carrots?
Nope.
What's wrong with carrots?
They're disgusting.
Love carrots.
Yeah, carrots are not. I mean, yeah, carrots aren't like Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Oh, that's
love
disgusting.
sprouts.
Stop it.
They're delicious. Love Brussels
Stop
sprouts. Carrots are disgusting.
Vile fucking plant.
That just means that whoever gave them to you didn't know how to cook them. They used to boil them, I guess.
I mean, I'm sure we're white.
I've never boiled a Brussels sprout in my life.
First time I had Brussels
that way.
Steve.
Wife made, my friend's wife made them with maple syrup and bacon.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
I'm like,
something.
Delicious.
And then I progressed into liking them just, baked or.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it. And they were steamed. You're right. They were steamed. Which automatically kills the aroma in the house.
Yeah. I roast them or I saute them with garlic, with like a ton of garlic and pancetta or not pancetta, whatever. They're so good. They get crispy. Oh my God. But those soggy, disgusting carrots, they just turn into sour mush in your mouth.
You might as well not even eat the fucking Brussels sprout. You're already putting 10 tons of shit on it. That's making it that much unhealthy.
Garlic? My carrots bite to them though. They're not mushy.
Disgusting.
Really? Yeah, maybe. Oh, it's just Brussels sprouts are gross. Disgusting.
Love them.
Well, we should talk about Marilyn Manson, right?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, all right.
First of all, who was surprised by that?
Nobody, and I don't think what's her name should be surprised either.
Yeah, exactly. Evan Rachel Wood, like you didn't see that coming?
You're dating Marilyn Manson. You stupid.
Yes, they were engaged, man. That was and then all the other stories from all the other chicks, they all seem the same thing. The whole blood pact. It's like, dude, all right, stop with the nonsense. Are you a fucking adult?
Now I wonder where Dita Van Teese is on all this because she hasn't said anything. She was married to him, and she hasn't said a word.
Coming out now after the statute of limitations is up, and you're saying, "Oh, Marilyn Manson did weird sex things to me." Then you're expecting anybody to be like, "Oh yeah, I know." I just assumed that he was doing that.
But it wasn't just weird sex things. People are saying that he abused them and tortured them and forced them to take drugs.
But again, yeah, the guy removed his ribs to blow himself.
After he was on the Wonder Years.
Loved him on Mr. Belvedere.
I mean, it should not. Yeah.
When she was coming out, she's like, the person who abused me was Brian Warner. No, Brian Warner didn't abuse me. Marilyn fucking Manson abused you. The fucking guy who I saw fucking jerk off on somebody at a concert.
Twiggy Ramirez is like, take a number.
Somebody jerk off on somebody at a concert like that wasn't you. I read his autobiography. He's a weirdo.
You read his autobiography?
Yeah, but the time was Wiggles concert.
Wait, what?
Carla said that she thinks that I was the one who jerked off at a concert, and I said it was a Wiggles concert.
Oh, I'm sorry,
not Marilyn. Dude, the first Marilyn Manson concert I went to, it was like a festival show.
Me too.
And it was like, dude, it was a totally different concert once he comes on stage. You see the people that you didn't see earlier in the concert fucking creep out of nowhere. And he's just so weird. I've seen him a few times on stage. It's very unsettling just being 200 feet away from him is being unsettling. Yeah. What do you expect?
Yeah, and all of a sudden...
He put on an amazing show, though.
He put on a great show, but Mike's right.
And he's a phenomenal entertainer, but if you don't want that kind of shit, date Donny Osmond.
I know, and you're at a festival, so 1 minute you're listening to the Long Beach Dub All-Stars, and then all of a sudden you're surrounded by fucking Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris.
No, the first time I saw him was at Ozfest. So, and I'm trying to remember who else was...
That was probably the years with Papa Roach, Sabbath.
Was that the year that Pantera was on?
No.
No, I was there with Pantera.
Yeah.
What was the name of that? What was the name of that band with the lead singer was like Shifty Shovelface or something like that?
Shifty
And they had that.
Shovelface.
They had that
Crazy.
weird. It was a weird pop song like "You're
Crazy
My Butterfly." Yeah, they were on, which was
Crazy
weird.
Town.
Yeah, Crazy Town was on Ozfest. I'm trying to remember who else.
Wow.
I don't remember if it was Black
was
Sabbath
Papa
or just Ozzy that was
Roach there?
closing.
It was the year I'm
Huh?
thinking of Black Sabbath and Papa Roach.
It
No
was
Papa
Papa
Roach.
Roach was definitely there. It was
No Papa
Sabbath.
Roach. There was no Papa
Rap.
Roach.
Kraft was there.
There was no Papa Roach.
Well,
Hear
he
me
did it
out,
more than
people.
1 year.
There was no Papa Roach
They
on this
weren't.
year.
They weren't throwing mud at the stage of Papa Roach.
No, I told you to already. There was no Papa Roach. God damn it!
I just want to believe it the same year because then it just gives us more of a connection.
I
Eagle
saw it in
River.
Philly with Jay. We weren't in the same place.
We get this whole shovel thing behind us and reconnect.
He's holding out the olive branch. That's adorable.
No, I don't do olive branches.
Just Olive Gardens.
No, I don't do Olive Gardens. I don't do olive branches. I've been known to do some olives.
Yuck.
I
Not
love
French.
Olive Garden. I don't give a shit. I'm Italian. I fucking love Olive Garden.
You're as Italian as the Olive Garden.
Exactly. I'm American. I love
Hospigiano.
soup, the salad. Yeah, the salad is the greatest there. The soup, the breadsticks, the bologna parmesan, fucking amazing.
They do have the best breadsticks. That is true.
No, ew.
No, they have great
It's
breadsticks.
frozen bread. They're not even like dark or crispy enough.
That's fine.
Oh no, and you dip it in the salad. The best dressing. My friend Marty used to work there. I used to get extra breadsticks.
Extra breadsticks.
Yes, Michael Gandolfo, you nailed it. That's exactly who it was. Slipknot was there. It was Marilyn Manson.
Oh, that was a different year then.
Then Marilyn Manson. Then Ozzy with Black Sabbath.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
What's the other band that what's his name went to that fucking never mind. Where was it? Was it PNC Bank Art Center?
No, in Camden.
Oh, so yeah, I definitely wasn't there then. What the hell are you talking about?
I know. I told you that. I said you weren't there. I was in Philadelphia. I was in Philly.
So I went to the one I went to. Zach Wild was there. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, it wasn't this. I think Zach Wild was the next year.
Yeah, that was my junior year of high school.
What was the one at Randall's Island?
Was there Ozfest at Randall's Island, or was that like something else?
This was that Family Values tour.
It might have been Lollapalooza too.
Yeah.
Because those were fucking great.
The Family Values tour was awesome. So I used to love that. And so Limp Bizkit with fucking Stained.
That was the
Korn.
first time I heard Stained. They opened the show. Was that first?
Me
Family
too.
Values
Me
tour.
too. And my friends have heard of them before, but I didn't. And Aaron Lewis came out and he did Mud Shovel while crowd surfing, which was awesome. And my friends bought their autographed CDs, what they were selling. I'm like, those guys fucking suck. They're never gonna hear from them again. And then like a year later, like we're all obsessed with them.
Was that Family Values that was Stained and Disturbed?
No, that
Then
was
I think it
Stained
was there.
Korn with Limp Bizkit. Disturbed was another year, and I saw them I think with Mindless Self-Indulgence.
So, like that year with Stained was also weird because Mobb Deep was on the bill,
Right? Yeah.
and that was an odd flex. I mean,
There
I
was
love
another
seeing
year-
them.
There was another year with Run DMC.
Right.
It
Right.
was awesome. But yeah, Mobb Deep year, that was great. That year, that was my favorite. One of my favorite stories. We all tailgated in the parking lot at the Coliseum, and it was a very, very windy day, and I was drinking a lot of beer, and I peed into a big gulp cup, and I almost filled up the whole cup, and I was like showing my friends how much I peed, and I threw the cup, and I threw it like into the wind, and it just blew all the pee back all over like a crowd of people.
You know, they say you shouldn't spit in the wind. You also shouldn't pee in the wind.
You also shouldn't pee in the wind. Like somebody I didn't even know was spitting out a mouthful of my pee. And my friends had to stop like 20 people from beating the shit out of me. All fucked up. And I'm just like, hey, man, it's my pee. Enjoy it.
Hey man, it's my pee. The fuck? What is wrong?
We
with
used to end up going in Connecticut or in Philly because we would meet up with Craig Gass, and it was always easier for him to get us passes in New Jersey or Philly or Connecticut than it was for New York.
I could see that. Nobody wants to be in Camden.
So we just all used to like jump in the car, drive down, do our thing, and come back.
Jesus.
It's not far. It's an hour and a half.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I was like just going to the Coliseum because I could walk home from there.
Yeah, it's right there. It's not bad. I mean, I'll even go into MSG because you just take the train. It's fine.
Yeah.
Couple flights up, couple flights down. You're good.
Exactly.
Sober up on the train on the way home.
And then we went to Philly to see Project Revolution, which was like Cypress Hill, Lincoln Park, I think like Snoop Dogg. I don't know. It was fucking awesome. It was badass.
Lincoln Park.
Fucking love Lincoln Park.
I had tickets to go see them like 2 weeks after he killed himself.
Oh yeah, I remember that because I was super sad because it was Lincoln Park and somebody else at Citi Field, but I had tickets to Panorama and I was like, I don't want to give up my Panorama tickets.
Yeah,
but I love Lincoln Park. And then
I think it was Blink 182 in Lincoln Park.
Yeah, and then Chester Bennington killed himself, and I was like, well, I guess I'm going to Panorama then. There you go.
Yeah.
Good God. Oh, memories. All right.
Yeah, I had never seen Lincoln Park. I think that was going to be my first time seeing them.
You've never seen Lincoln Park? You don't think he killed himself? It was a choke jerk. Come on, man.
No, it wasn't. He was
a choke jerk.
Uncovering a pedophile ring.
That's right.
He was choke jerking.
The Warp Tour. The
Sexual
Warp Tour.
asphyxia. Huh?
Him and Cornell were going to uncover.
They were both choke jerking. They like to choke themselves while they jerked off, and then they over jerked off, and they died.
The person that actually died from choke jerking was David Carradine and me in 10 years.
Uncle Don Sill said that the Warp Tour was also at Randall's Island. That I remember.
Warp Tour was definitely Randall's Island. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you know what? There was an Ozfest that I went to. I don't remember if it was Randall's Island or Governor's Island, but I remember that it was in the middle of the summer, and where we were standing was like blacktop, and I felt like a rotisserie chicken because I was roasting from the bottom up and from the top down. It was horrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They were always the worst. I mean, I remember Woodstock 94 was probably the worst time I've ever had in my life. Really just terrible and yet fun. Ugh.
Yeah, I wanted to go, and my parents were like, "You're 11. Shut up."
You're 11. God damn you, young buck. Did you go, Carla?
I did.
Yeah.
I went with 3 Asian chicks and a black chick that I went to high school with. So
you guys were the Benetton tent.
and then we hooked up, not like sexually, but we hooked up with 2 British guys. So they were just all running around together, 3 Asians, a black girl, me, and 2 British guys.
The apple doesn't fall far. Don't be surprised when Mike fucking comes in the house sounding like Gordon Ramsay from now on.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And then it was just so filthy. It was disgusting.
It was disgusting. It
was disgusting. And we drove up in our friend's dad's RV and then drove back, and like they literally wouldn't let us anywhere near anything. They hosed us down like we were animals. Before we could get in, they were like, you guys
friends definitely trying to bang you.
Oh, 100%.
Any dad who has an RV and takes his daughter and her friends is always definitely trying to bang the friends.
No. He's the nicest guy. No.
Very nice, I'm sure.
No, his wife was there. I think their grandma was there too, because they went like somewhere while we were there. Like they drove us up, then they all went to do their thing. Then they gathered us up again, and then we left.
It didn't stop the dude from abducted in plain sight.
That's right. Oh, man.
Oh, so now that we brought it back around to movies, the Wendy Williams movie. Come on.
All right. We'll finish.
Did you watch it?
We'll finish off on this. I did not. I
did not either. I just watched it vicariously through Carla.
First of all, it was the worst movie I've seen in a long time. It was super entertaining. It went pretty fast, but they like fast forwarded through a lot of stuff.
Right.
It's very interesting. She's been a woman in the entertainment industry. She's been a name for 30 years.
And before that, she was a man in the entertainment industry.
She wasn't a man. I mean, that's just one of the shitty things that, that she talks about, people say about her, because that's how you would offend her, because she's tall and she's African-American. So you feel comfortable calling her a man. You feel comfortable doing that.
I don't know.
There's a lot of chicks that I call it.
But she moved past all of that. She's moved past all, and she talks about her health issues. She was in like a horrible, horrible marriage.
Let's not pretend.
She was raped.
Let's not pretend, though, that, like, yes, you can go back to the old tropes of what Wendy Williams looks like and everything, but let's not pretend.
But she didn't always look like that either. She has Graves' disease.
I agree. I know that with the cankles and all that stuff. It's all Graves. I understand that.
Although the cankles is not Graves. The cankles is lipo.
Okay, fair enough. Either way. The thing of it is this woman has made an entire career out of outing people and fucking with celebrities and being an asshole. So I don't fucking care about shitting on her or if anybody else shits on her, because this is when you invite shit in, don't be shocked when it comes in.
But I'm sure you both call Howard Stern a bitch and you call him a woman. No,
Yes.
you don't. No, you don't.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
You don't. No, you don't. You guys are both like, oh, he's a king of media. You suck his dick. Come on.
No, I'm an O&A guy.
Liberal fucking whiny bitch. I used to like him, and now he sucks every celebrity's dick that's on the show. Dude, Kevin Hart was on the show the other day. I swear he actually bent down to blow him for 10 minutes. Like,
he'd have to bend really, really, really far down.
True.
Like really far. Like I don't know that he has that type of flexibility. He might have to squat and bend down.
He is gangly.
Ever since Stern became a star fucker, and his best friend is Jimmy Kimmel now. When he used to not give a fuck, I used to like him. Yeah.
Okay, and when Wendy Williams doesn't give a fuck, now she's a man, and you feel like you can just talk about her any kind of way because she's a woman, and
not giving a fuck about people on a personal
level. You don't respect her.
No,
she's not giving a fuck about people on a personal level.
No.
He's trying to fuck with the FCC and trying to be an over the top shock jock.
I have no problem with anybody who puts out into the world the shitting on of other people in order to have a living, create a living for themselves. Or
I mean, really, Tim?
Yeah, because listen, that's why I don't mind when I get shit on. Rip me apart. Go ahead. That's fine. I invite that shit by ripping everybody else apart. What am I going to be, an asshole because I can say shit about other people, but they can't say shit about me? Fucking have yourself a ball.
Called somebody the N-word and then called us fat. Fuck that guy.
Who called you the N-word?
No. DB Frick called somebody else the N-word because he's a douchebag.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know that guy. Like, first, I hate even bringing up his name on the show.
I love it. Love it.
I think it's so interesting. I think it's so interesting that somebody who, himself is an ample man and, unfortunate looking and probably has Graves' disease, and he should probably get that thyroid checked out because he has like buggy eyes like a pug.
Buggy eyes freak me out. Yeah.
He has he's like, puggy. He has puggish features. But like the first thing that he wants to do, and this is call us fat or call me fat, because I really felt like he was calling me out because he mentioned both podcasts that I'm on. And then I'm like, it's so interesting. Hold on, I want to bring it over to internalized misogyny. So let me have my moment of internalized misogyny.
But Tim's on both podcasts also.
All right. Well, this is how I thought, because I like to believe that it's always about me. Is I found it very interesting that like the worst thing that he thought he could say to me, to a woman, is like, you're fat. And like that was gonna I was gonna crumble, under the weight of my fatness. Like, oh no, someone noticed I'm fat. No. Meanwhile, he's like 3 Skittles away from fucking losing a toe.
Yeah.
Come on.
He is very unfortunate looking. Like
People who live in fat houses should not throw fat stones, is all I'm saying.
I think my point was...
Oh, he's going to post all his credits now.
Oh, God damn you.
You started this. You named you.
No, and then I started, and then I'm like, oh, we're going to do this now. He's going to post his credits. And...
Really is like a slow-moving car crash.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Internalized misogyny.
I don't... I could care less. I couldn't actually care less about.
I mean, back to Wendy Williams, though.
Well, the whole
Williams
natural progression from Wendy Williams is definitely DB Frick.
100%. So again, about Wendy Williams, like she is an innovator. She's a powerhouse. and she's
Great.
a media mogul. She's
just
wildly wealthy.
Yeah, and she just
wildly successful.
She just lied again about fucking Method Man.
I don't think she lied.
I
don't think she lied.
She lied.
Did you hear Method Man's wife come out?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Has he responded? Do we have like a timeline? Anything?
The wife responded.
He didn't respond, but the wife responded. And she's like, talking about how it's a lie, blah blah blah. And she's ugly on the inside as she is on the outside. There's no matter of plastic surgery they could fix that kind of ugly.
Right, like I think her plastic surgery was mostly on her figure because she'd always been like a chubbier, a bigger person,
roomy,
an ample woman, if you will. And she has some health issues. I don't know what else comes with Graves' disease besides like the puffy eye thing. I know Missy Elliott does a great job of managing it.
Yeah. Apparently all it takes is a Z.
But look, it is what it is. And you know what? I, much like Wendy Williams, also believe most people are gay. So.
Okay, whatever the case may be there, the bottom line is if anybody shits on Wendy Williams, she brings it on herself. She literally had to involve herself again in the Method Man marriage, for Christ's sakes. The guys denied it.
Did she think this happened during the marriage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I thought she was saying it happened like, back in like when she was like, dating
and apparently
and when she was in like way back when.
Apparently, she's attacked Method Man's wife before and said shit about.
Who's Method Man's wife? Like, is she famous? I'm just saying, like, besides Mrs. Method Man.
I don't know.
I forget.
Mrs.
Method Man. I'm just saying, is she?
Wasn't her last name Jones? Because all I remember from that song is "I Gotta Love Jones for Your Body and Your Skin Tone."
No, Love Jones is.
I know the movie. I understand that, but
but I'm saying a Love Jones is a thing. It's not more than a movie. It's all right. Okay, I don't think it's Jones. How long have they been married? Do we know anything about?
I don't
Method
know.
Man?
I don't know. You're on the entertainment bug.
Well, now I gotta look it up.
On all things urban.
Now I have to look it up. Who is Mrs. Method Man?
I don't know. We'll get it next.
He's very handsome. I'm sure she's very beautiful.
Well, either way, Wendy Williams continually fucks with them, and it's
why
so she can keep her name out.
Well, her name is Tamika Smith, but I don't see a picture of her.
No, she's hot. I've seen a picture.
Oh, it says a rare picture of his wife, so she doesn't really come out very much.
Yeah, which is why it was odd of her to.
She's very beautiful. She is very beautiful.
I'm sure. Again, Wendy Williams makes her living off of ripping people apart and gossip. So,
we all do.
That's fine, but then don't like claim victimhood when people come at you with it. Simple as that. That's my whole entire goddamn point. Take it. It is what it is. Terrific. Well, this was awesome.
Wait. I'm reading the thing. I'm going to read it to you, but I'm just trying to see. One night stand with Method Man last week telling DJ Sus One in an interview the Power Book 2 Ghost Star was still very angry at her. I smoked a blunt with Method Man while I gave him a bath, and it was a one-night stand, Williams, whose biopic Wendy Williams, the movie recently premiered on Lifetime, said. He'll deny it, maybe not. Method Man, of course, famously put Williams on blast years ago after the TV personality publicly disclosed Smith's health issues. Who is that his wife?
I don't know.
Yes, that's the wife. In a statement shared by the Shade Room and others on Monday, Smith slammed Williams, saying she has proven again and again she is incapable of any decency. Smith also said Williams has an obsession with her and Method Man's lives. In an obvious attempt to increase ratings for her sad biopic, her struggling TV show, and her burnt-out career, Wendy has once again targeted my husband, she said. It's a pattern that she has repeated for years. According to Smith, Williams also never offered an apology over violating her rights of privacy over the aforementioned cancer diagnosis. It was clear that she was sick and that she was struggling with a lot of issues, including self-hate and low self-esteem, Smith said. Over the years, those issues have made her increasingly ugly, both inside and out, and no amount of plastic surgery can fix the ugliness inside of her.
Mic drop.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Ow.
Yeah, man. So that's why I'd be like, fuck Hector.
Damn, my dad.
Carla's poor dad. What?
Oh my god!
No,
why
the fucking.
Why are you coming at my dad all sideways?
Oh, you
Well,
stop it.
no.
Jesus.
I meant the line from Friday, but fair enough.
All he wants to do is make you empanadas.
I love Hector. Love him.
God, you could break his little Argentinian heart.
Sweet man.
You break his little Argentinian heart talking about him that way.
Will you
Jesus.
stop? Yeah. So fuck Wendy Williams.
Yeah, that's the title of this episode.
Yeah, that is the name of this episode. Fuck Wendy Williams.
You know, I'm going to say I have a lot of love for Wendy Williams, and I appreciate her struggles. I know what it is like to, try to be doing things and be in a bad marriage, and it's difficult.
So if you're keeping track at home, kids, okay, Dustin Diamond, because he's a male and an asshole, all right, he can fuck off. Wendy Williams, because she's a female and an asshole,
Diamond when he was alive.
I love and
now
support.
All of a sudden, it's like, oh, Dustin Diamond, poor Dustin Diamond.
And now it's all, oh, Wendy Williams, she's sick. She's got to. I respect her. Come on.
I always respected her. She has a.
She's got puffy eyes, Tim.
She's done everything on her own terms. She's done everything on her own terms, despite Mike and all the mics calling her a man.
Give her a break. She's got the puffy eyes.
I really was taken aback by the.
By the way, you know who else Mike calls a man? Michelle Obama.
I'm going to firmly disagree with him there, but listen, I don't think Wendy Williams looks like a man either. I don't care how she looks. The bottom line is, she's not a fucking great person either. So, deal with the fact that you're going to take your lumps if you're going to fucking lump other people up.
Be as mean as she wants. She's got the puffy eyes.
God damn it.
Andrew Plagianis does not actually truly know who Wendy Williams is. Well, let me tell you something. She'll definitely think you're gay. That's what
she was
does.
born Wendell Williams. And,
you dick.
Sorry, Tim.
No, it's all right.
All
right. It's 10:47.
Yeah, we've overstayed our welcome.
We have overstayed our welcome.
If anybody's around Thursday night, come out to the Bellport Brewhouse. We'll be telling some jokes over there.
Nice. Carla,
yeah,
anything?
No, I got nothing.
All right.
I have a private show on Saturday, but y'all can't come because it's private.
Fair enough. Check out the other shows on Gov's Radio. Please like and share all the shows. And we're doing Films on Tap on Friday. And I forget what the fuck else I was going to say.
You know what? I would flip that around, Tim, and say you actually feel bad for Dustin Diamond because you empathize with him because he's a white dude, but you want to shit all over Wendy Williams because you can't empathize with her because she's a woman of color. Internalized misogyny.
She's a negress with puffy eyes.
My problem isn't so much
internalized misogyny.
No, my problem isn't with Wendy Williams, talking shit. I have no problem with that. My problem is with anybody who then will play a victim when they get shit talked about them. That I have an issue with. And if Dustin Diamond did the same thing, then I would.
I don't think she plays the victim.
I think she does.
I feel bad for her for some of the things that are done to her and some of the things that are said to her. I don't think she runs around crying when in the documentary part. So it's two things. It's a movie and then a documentary. In the documentary, she does cry a lot, but it's usually when she's talking about her marriage.
Listen,
when she's talking about her marriage, she's crying.
I haven't talked about Wendy Williams this much since she was beefing with Angie Martinez back in the Hot 97 days. Fucking cares. Good for her.
Yeah. Well, guys,
you're right though. Internalized misogyny.
Internalized misogyny. I do love Angie Martinez though.
Hell yeah. All right, so Films on Tap this Friday. Check out the rest of the shows on Gov's Radio. Please like and share the shows. And anything else?
I think that'll do it. Thank you for listening, everybody. Next week we'll be back.
I finally got that spiked seltzer Evil Water. It's pretty fine. I love the label.
What a ringing endorsement for it. It's pretty fine.
It's pretty fine.
I mean, I really just wanted to try it because it's called Evil Water, but you know what? It's not that evil, and I really want a glass of water. It's not evil, and it's not refreshing. It's just.
But
what you're saying is it's not evil enough for you.
Yeah. In typical Carla fashion, though, it's probably terrific, and she really likes it, but she can't hype it up that much or give it that much credit.
Oh my God, my sister went on a whole fucking tangent about that shit today.
It was distilled by a man. A man owns the brewery.
That's why I don't buy. I don't care if it's pH balanced.
It's brewed by Evil Water, which is in Queens, so I should love it, but I don't love it. I just like it. That's all. I'm an Evil Water liker, not an Evil Water lover.
Fair. All right. We will see you next week. Go back and check out last week. We had the Copenhagen Bandit on.
Cameron.
And you can watch. What was that?
A fun episode.
Yeah. It was a fun episode. Watch me very awkwardly not know how to refer to him because it wasn't until later on in the week that I found out his name was Cameron, and I was not going to call him the Copenhagen Bandit. Like, so Mr. Bandit. So can I call you Copenhagen? I was like, so how?
The shows are now on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, if you want to listen to them on the go. And relive the nightmares that we relive with each other.
Senor.
God damn it. All right. We'll see you next week.
Good night, kids.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Domestic Disturbance Podcast, and if you didn't, even better. You can show us your disdain by sharing the show from iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Though honestly, nobody uses Google Play. Check out our Facebook page for any upcoming comedy shows or appearances from Carla, Mike, and Tim. Also, don't forget to check out our favorite band, Bore, on Spotify, or purchase their new EP, Bore 2, on iTunes or Bandcamp. We'll see you next week, Rageaholics.